Hey guys, this is just a little quick intro video for some fruit hunting I did in Cairns in far North Queensland. I went there a couple months ago and just to suss out the area. I've never been properly to actually drive around the different regions. So I thought maybe I would move there in the future, maybe. Maybe. But yeah, I went up north to the date tree. Which is like the oldest forest in the whole world. It's like older than the Amazon, and it was stunning. I mean, just no life out there. There was no traffic, no noise, no pollution, no nothing. It's just rivers, nature, and like the people live there all quiet and just, yeah, it was like still. It was really weird. Didn't feel like anywhere in Australia that I've ever been to. Because that's quite far north, that was extremely humid and extremely hot and very, very wet like throughout the year. It didn't rain when we were there, but it was beautiful. So I went and visited this guy named Steve, who's a fruit nut like I am. And I bought a ton of plants from him, fruit trees, and he grows them all at his place, and he's just got hundreds of varieties of things. But he's not on this gigantic land. He's just, you know, at his house in the burbs, in the suburbs. And so I went and I told him, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to visit the botanical gardens tomorrow. And then he was like, oh, what are you going to go see there? And I said, oh, I'm going to check out some fruit trees and whatever. And he was like, you don't want to go to the botanical gardens if you want to do some fruit trees. And he was like, come with me tomorrow. I'm going to a few spots and I'll show you where, you know, where to go. So yeah, he took us to like Sugarland, which is this water park, and just hundreds of fruit trees there. And I'm talking like exotics like I've never seen before in one place. I never even thought these would be in Australia. So yeah, this is just a little intro to the video because I did not plan on filming this. So the audio is a little dodge, but it was amazing. Like we're greeted, it's free entry, you just go in, park and go in. We're greeted by these like 100-year-old mango trees, which were like some of the biggest trees I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the camera doesn't even do it justice. But I watched it back and I thought, you know what, I think I will upload this on YouTube because it was a great memory. And yeah, so apologies for the audio. Like Steve and I are just like chatting, walking off, and like, you know, you can't really hear what we're talking about. But yeah, so you'll see like durians, champions, jackfruits, sapodillas, sapotes, jaboticab, like literally there's everything in this park. We went to a few different locations, some of his secret spots that he showed me too, which was good. So yeah, garcinias, like I don't even know, a dozen garcinia trees, which was amazing for me to see because I'm growing all these small plants and like small trees. And then he's like, oh yeah, in 30 years your tree will look like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was an amazing trip, and thank you to Steve for showing me around. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. And again, apologies for the sound and a little bit of video too, because it was just, you know, I didn't really plan on filming it, but because he was going there, he was like, just tag along. And he's like, yeah, film it if you like. So I just pulled the camera out and filmed it. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
You can't get the size of it in a video, I don't think.
No. So how old do you reckon they are?
At least 100, 120, maybe 130.
Bloody hell.
It'd have to be 30 metres, 30 to 35 metres, maybe.
I mean, what are the biggest mango trees in the world right now? Because I think this would be pushing it.
Yeah, but you can make it, they're still going up, so another 100 years they'll be a lot older trees. How long do they live?
I'm not that big of a fan of them, to be honest. The brown sugary.
Well, I've got some.
I want a bit more flavour to them, you know.
Well, I've got some at home. I'll let you try one.
Yeah.
From my brother's tree, and he got it because I have lots of fruit too.
So that other one back there, which was 5 times the size, you reckon a similar age?
That's a medium sized one.
That's
There's
a
some big ones over here.
Oh, what the hell?
You can
Okay.
walk around in forest with them. No, not this. I don't think this one. I haven't seen a fruit on this one yet, but there's others that here that do. That's a balloon bee. Star apple. This one has really. Here, this is a star apple here. See, it's got little fruit on it.
Oh yes. So no fruit on this durian yet?
What's that?
No fruit on the durian yet?
They get fruit, but they don't get a chance to ripe them because people come and climb the trees and pick them green.
Ah.
So you don't see a lot of them. So there's more down here.
Durian's hot property here, are they?
Huh?
Durian's hot property here?
I think it's probably everywhere.
Yeah.
After him because I thought they were second rate, but I kept getting pestered by someone. Graft me a cha-cha, graft me a cha-cha. Yeah. Well, I eventually did.
There, well, everyone's got their own opinions, but in a few people in the States, the big guys, the more popular guys, they say tacos are either their favorite food or top 3 favorite food. So
They probably only tried 3 fruit.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've probably eaten 200, and I rated in my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fruit where you can sit at the table and just keep going. Actually did a weekend on our farm. We got thousands of them. And they cut them open and you take them to the place and then they ferment them all. And we don't do any of that anymore. We just get the dried beans from the locals now.
Do all the work.
Yeah. It just became too much of a hassle.
Black Sapote.
This is cacao.
Mm.
See the pods there?
These are different coloured trees. Yellow and red.
The bloke in Brisbane, what's his name, Brian? He's growing a cacao on his balcony. I think he lives out Ipswich way. And he's got it fruiting on his balcony.
How old is the tree?
I'm not too sure. So I've grown this twice. It grows very fast, very well. Winter comes, it stalls. At the end of winter, it loses its leaves, and it sort of dies back, and then it shoots again from the bottom. So, yeah. Can barely make it a difference, so I'm not bothering with it anymore.
But you're moving.
Yeah, the big guy.
So you might be able to bother with it.
Right, cameraman?
Black Sapote, another shit fruit.
These I've actually seen now in Woolies in Brisbane. Absolutely. Very.
You know where
Never
you
seen
went
it,
to
but-
Rusty's, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, near
He is up
you know where the
Queensland,
police
yeah.
station is?
No.
It's in the next block north. Right next to there, on a street, there's a black sapote tree,
Yeah.
and some of the stall holders at Rusty's go and pick the fruit and sell it at the market. It's in the next block.
Yeah, I thought Rusty's was one big
Happy van.
shop. But I didn't realise it was individual
Stalls.
stalls.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was, I mean, pretty much the same stuff in most of the different stores, right? Yeah, I like that. People, like when we were
It's
kids,
starting to get popular.
we used to just eat them, you suck them and then just
Oh,
spit
yeah,
them
but
out. Yeah, but
It's a nice fruit.
yeah, it's very delicious. It's sort of because of the use connected cocoa, people don't really.
They don't realise.
Yeah. But the flavours of it is very similar to different Brazilians. What's this one? I know this. Is that the curry nut?
I think it is, yeah.
I think it is, because that's what we have in New Guinea. This is the world's best nut, in my opinion.
Better than macadamia?
Better than macadamia.
Better than African nut?
It's an African nut.
It's like a giant macadamia.
So this is a big red fruit, and then the seed inside is long like that, and it's crisp and
Like a Brazil nut.
kind of like a Brazil nut. But you know, like coconut, when you use the coconut, and it's got that milky, juicy. Yeah, it's got that. So you crunch it, very crunchy, but the flavor is just amazing. Yeah, this is the thing you didn't. This is the world's flavor. That and the dollar.
Does that look familiar?
I'll posted that. No. I remember that, but no.
Urania umbratica, dwarf Colombian chocolate. This one's got pods in it.
I think I just, I think I wrote a note of that to ask you. What do you reckon is the cold hardiness of this?
Well, I think they grow at altitude in Colombia.
So it might be a bit better than the cocoa, you reckon?
Let that dry out for a week, and you can plant the seed.
No. Well, how big do they get?
The trees?
No, these pods.
That's nearly mature now.
Really?
Nearly that old.
That's so cool. Because they're you're supposed to be able to make chocolate out of these as well.
Just be careful because the hairs come out in your hands,
Oh, like
stinging tree.
cactus.
Yeah.
This tree is so cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
And
it's pretty. So all those red tentacles will fall off, and then they'll just like that.
Well, hopefully that's early flowers, and hopefully they turn into fruit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that smells so good.
Right? I don't even know how to describe that.
This one might be a bit past it, but you might get the seeds.
I'll try crack it. Looks perfect. So they're literally double that size or triple that size.
Easy. That one's a bit bigger, but they do get a lot
Oh,
bigger.
okay. It's just a smaller one.
Yeah.
I have tried to grow this 3 times. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Not sweet.
It's not.
No.
Not quite ripe then.
Maybe.
If you had left it for a bit longer, they are very sweet. No good?
No. Very sour.
Okay, not quite ripe.
Smells good though.
Yeah. Probably if you had left it for another week, it might have been okay.
Okay.
But it'd be good for seed.
Yeah. Well, I can't grow it in Brisbane. They make the juice in one of those South American countries. That's
There's a different white chocolate, Macambo.
few things here. Supposed to be nice and sweet as well. And flowers. Oh yeah. Seen it in the images, and it sort of bears a lot down low.
Yeah, well you can.
So if they would have topped
I'm
these.
grafting them
Yeah.
onto their own rootstock so they can fruit in the pot.
Okay. And are the full ripened jackfruit a bit smaller than the
Yeah,
other
they-
ones?
This one must be a hybrid because the fruit get a bit bigger. But this one here, they only get to about 2 kilos.
Okay.
See, that's already bigger than what these ones get.
Okay.